All right, welcome back to our second League cast. My name is Xander, and joining me once again is my League of Legends expert, vileNorth himself. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. Thank you for having me.
Of course. Always a pleasure to have you, and I'm really excited for this game we've got going on now. I hope it's as good as the last one. Let's go ahead and get into it and talk about what we've got going down here in the blue team, as we've got Relic 73Z, actually, playing the jungle Zac. Be helping out Pizzazz on the Rakan, supporting Exile 35 on the Ezreal, Fleds on the blue chicken, Anivia down in the middle lane, and up here on his lonesome Legacy OT Void 19 StarCraft, great game. Meanwhile, on the red team, Opium Blast on the Tristana, being supported by Charmy on the Pantheon, Rose. Once again, I believe we saw actually Rose play. There was a Kayn in our last game. I'm not sure if it was played by Rose. So we've got Rose on the Kayn.
I don't see you helping out. I'm the scythe, idiot.
Rose playing the Kayn in the jungle, K-Shot on the Katarina in the middle, and Thy Lucky up top on the Mordekaiser. So let's immediately talk about this middle lane. Let's talk about K-Shot versus Anivia. Let's draw attention to the fact that this Katarina has taken in Teleport Ignite into this middle lane. How do you think this is going to play out?
Truthfully, I don't know. I have a feeling it's skewed in favor of the cat, at least once she gets the ability to jump around. But who knows? Maybe Anivia will be able to capitalize on, or the Zac and Anivia will be able to capitalize on not having flash.
Sure, it's very aggressive, and she has to commit a lot in order to take the bird down, especially with the egg coming out as well. She basically has to kill her twice. So maybe that's part of the aggression. You know, with the teleport might help her get more experience, try and out-level her a little bit, and then go off to other lanes. So we'll see what happens as Anivia's kind of running at her. Meanwhile, down here in this bottom lane, Ezreal Rakan against Tristana Pantheon. How do you feel like this lane shapes up?
I have a feeling that I think Tristana, probably the Tristana and Pantheon lane might win.
As you're saying it, it's actually a really big engagement here, where the
Right.
Rakan takes a lot of damage, but the Tristana actually takes a lot of damage. Oh, big jump! Almost into tower range. A heal is popped by Ezreal, a heal is popped by both sides. The Ignite is thrown out onto the Tristana. Will the Rakan fall on a flash away from the spear? Is going to keep him alive, and that's a lot of summoners burned down here.
Right, so that Tristana bomb early game, if you get all the ticks marked up, when it explodes, it'll do a lot of damage.
Almost. Went for the shield into the knockup. Actually, Ezreal looking to maybe secure this kill. Look at this blocking by the Pantheon, not allowing Ezreal to get line of sight onto his Tristana. Excellent support gameplay. It's the little things, you know?
Blocking the Q there, making sure he doesn't get hit.
Exactly. Things like that. And, well, I mean, I kind of don't want to leave this lane as there's a lot of action going on. I feel like the second we look away, this Tristana is going to eat the dust. Trying to stay here on just a smidgen of HP. But let's go up here and check out this top lane. This Jax versus Mordekaiser. Two kind of tanky bruiser-like. It's kind of hard to kill either one of these. Tries to get the pull. Doesn't quite happen. How do you feel like this lane is going to shape out?
You know, I think Jax is the better duelist, and probably does not bode well for the enemy Tristana. But hopefully they'll be able to jump away when it comes to that.
You think Tristana has the ability to kind of keep her distance from the Jax?
Yeah, I think her W combined with her ult, being able to push the Jax away, I think will really come in handy. But for the lane itself, I think Jax probably will out-bully Mord.
Yeah, it's looking a little bit like the opposite, as Mord's gonna push really hard into his tower, manages to get the pull into the swing. Oh, but Jax, look at the damage he's able to do whenever he actually commits a little bit here.
Yeah, the sustained damage from Jax, especially with the auto reset on W, once he gets his ult, he's gonna be a powerhouse.
Yeah. Well, let's check out these junglers that it looks like Rosé's doing pretty well for himself. Has the double buff, looking to be level 4. Zac, however, down to level 3, has a blue buff but no red, and is going back to base. Looking a little bit rough for Zac here, actually.
Yeah, down a level, likely some farm too. You know, having to back, Kayn getting more creep advantage, not having.
We talked about how Kayn's a very strong jungler, but how is Zac as a jungler in comparison to Kayn here?
I think Zac is actually really good. His E increasing range as you level it, he can make one of the few champs I think that make lane ganks really easily. Also, he does quite a bit of damage with his W.
Let's see. And it looks like we may see a lane gank down here in the bottom lane as Zach is coming in. He is going to launch himself forward. Are they going to try and dive this? They are going to try and dive this as Rakan goes right in. Zach going to bring them two together. Ezreal coming in from the back, trying to get the kill, but the block from the Pantheon Spear is going to keep them alive. Meanwhile, in the middle lane, actually, there's a gank coming in, trying to get the Anivia, but oh no, Anivia actually turns it around, manages to kill the Kayn in the back and bottom lane. Actually, Ezreal dies to the Pantheon with Zach still here. He's going to try and knock them together, manages to do it. Will he be able to kill the Tristana with the Ignite's going to come out? Is she going to fall? She's not going to die. Ignite onto the Pantheon. Will he fall? He will be ticked down. Tristana with the 1 HP. How did she die? What killed her?
Wow. Your guess is as good as mine.
She died to a tick of damage somewhere, and you know, pretty rough to lose your Ezreal down here. Your carry down in the bottom lane, but red team actually managing to lose both their Pantheon and the Tristana, which is pretty rough.
The health bars on that bot lane throughout that whole thing. Wow.
Everybody was sitting down there being very aggressive. Great gank though, like you were talking about the Zach gank, and you know, he came down and he made it happen.
Yeah. Zach has quite the ability to close distance.
Ooh, hang on. Although we did talk about the Katarina versus Anivia matchup being, you know, Katarina looks like she did blow her Ignite there, being very aggressive, and she does manage to kill the bird here.
Yeah. Katarina, once she gets her ult, especially with Ignite, is just going to have a lot of damage to help put away that Anivia.
Looks like Kane's over here trying to set up to get this Infernal Dragon. Amazing dragon to be able to pick up early, and Kat looks like she wants to go down here to help. Zach is down here. He's actually level 4 against the Kane's level 5. And Kane's looking like he's going to take Zach's camp. He might even be able to kill him. No, he's going to walk away. He's going to be happy to take the camp. A little bit of a ward. Oh, actually blocks the ward with the Oracle. Anivia tries to trap behind the wall. Doesn't quite happen. Kane's able to walk out of there, and Anivia saves the big creep at least for the jungle camp here.
Yeah, the Rakan coming up, being able to help out his team and push out the red team, making sure they don't set the Zach even further behind.
Yeah, but yeah, this poor Zach, actually. It looks like this Kayn is maybe about to hit level 6 before this Zach even hits level 5. Which, yeah, there he goes, which is pretty rough for him. You know, you mentioned Zach being really good because of the range increase with his E. He's a very gank-oriented jungler, and I feel like if he's not getting those ganks, he's gonna fall behind the Kayn here, which is what we're seeing.
Yeah, I think Zach right now should be looking towards the top lane because Mord has been pushing in the Jax most of the game so far. And if he can get that Jax ahead, he can really run away with the game.
It's not going to be the Zach, but maybe the Anivia can come up here and make something happen as Jax goes into the Mordekaiser, but Kayn coming in from behind might be able to kill the Jax. A big flash away from the slam is going to keep Jax safe here, and it looks like Zach is probably going to follow your advice a little bit. Maybe he's going to follow the Anivia and work his way up as they're looking to go in on this Kayn, but they do have Mordekaiser in the back as well. Kayn does manage to get the hit right onto the, and it's going to the bird. Kayn disappears. The bird is actually taking a lot of damage, but immediately falls. The channeling, the ultimate from the Katarina is going to do so much damage. Zach's going to split apart. The bird is already down, and they're going to look at this amazing split from the red team, killing, not even giving the Jellies a second to be able to come back together, and that is a huge win for the red team here. Manages to kill all 3 people up top.
It was really well done by the Katarina, moving up when she needed to, getting into range to get both people into her ult. Really, and the resets, just letting her carry that whole fight.
Yeah, great map presence, especially from Katarina, to know, hey, you know, shit's about to go down. I'm needed, you know. She doesn't have the flash, so she really had to commit to going towards the direction, and it really paid off here as red team seems to be pushing their advantage 3-5. About a 3,000 gold lead here almost 10 minutes into the game, where the red team is trying to run away with it. You know, they've got quite an experienced lead, you know, multiple levels on their characters. Katarina 1 level above the Anivia. I would say the most even lane here is down bottom with this Tristana against the Ezreal. Let's actually see what kind of items we've got going on right now. So the Ezreal has already picked up his Warhammer as well as a Doran's Blade. No boots just quite yet. However, this Tristana has gone double longsword and boots as well. Actually, Zach coming down here, interrupting my item gameplay. Oh my goodness, the Tristana actually jumps behind, tries to get the Rakan as Zach moves forward, but she isn't able to get in. She's going to go down. A little bit greedy from the Tristana. Can they get the Pantheon as well? No, he's going to use the shield. Ezreal actually teleports forward with a Q and manages to steal a kill here too. Oh my god.
Wow, that Tristana almost managed to turn that around by jumping in and catching them off guard, but Rakan was able to heal him up. And
I think it
knock him
was.
up.
I think it was the best case scenario, right? I mean, Zach came in, and it was either try and run away, and probably like you've got a Rakan, you've got a Zach. You're not running, even with the power that Tristana has. I mean, she had flash too, or maybe she didn't have it for that engagement. But I think it was a good idea to try, you know, to just go all in and try and get a kill before you go down.
I agree. Yeah, if she managed to get that kill, she would have gotten a reset on her W from jumping in, and she would have been able to jump out or even close the distance to go for another kill.
It was definitely a high risk play that unfortunately didn't pay off, but you know, good thinking there from Opium Blast. Looks like there is another Infernal Drake spawn down here. If we could get a second Infernal Drake on the side of the red team, that would be quite huge for them.
They actually haven't taken Infernal Drake, and I'm kind of surprised because they've had the lanes pushed in quite a bit.
Oh, is this the same Infernal Drake?
It is.
They didn't take the last one?
They did not.
Oh.
No one has taken a dragon fight yet, but they did take Herald in the top lane. So I'm curious to see where they pop that down.
Oh, you're absolutely right. Kane and Katarina did duo the Herald, and we're gonna see where they decide to drop that down. Anivia actually gonna run into Katarina. They do have a ward in that bush, so Katarina knows that she's there. But yeah, Anivia knows that she knows. So now it looks like the teams are going to be gearing up for a fight around this Infernal Drake as Anivia is positioning herself as best she can, just on the outskirts. We've got the bottom lane for the blue team out here as well, doing what they can. But it is a 4v3 as Zach is trying to catch up. Anivia immediately jumps in, but the look at the ultimate from Katarina doing so much damage. As a jump in, Ezreal actually managing to kill the Pantheon. A big ultimate from Ezreal coming in from the back line to do something, but it looks like it's not going to be enough as Katarina is doing so much work jumping around. Rakan doing what he can to try and stop the Kane in the back, but also, unfortunately, just not quite enough. As Pantheon sacrifices his life for a 3-kill swing on the red team, and red team looking to just push their advantage now and take this Infernal Drake.
Unless the Zach can get in here and get the
Zach
steal.
steal it? Can he steal it? He tries! He jumps in, a valiant effort from the Zach. Maybe he'll get a kill before he goes. He does! He manages to kill the Tristana. He's gonna do what he's gonna try and get an auto attack too. Does bring them together. Can he kill the Katarina as well? No, she jumps away the Pantheon, and Pantheon is here to stop his reign of terror. Zach goes down. A valiant effort. A valiant effort from our man of Jelly. He does kill their carry though.
Yeah, getting the kill, you know, and a decent outcome, but he also lost his life in the process. So here comes the Herald down in mid lane.
Let's be real. How much value is Zach's life worth right now?
Yeah, he's pretty far behind, so I guess the kill does help him get a bit closer to where Kane is.
We're actually seeing some value from the teleport on Katarina here. She actually teleports to the bottom lane to kill Ezreal. So foul, my God! So
Yeah,
at this point, we can definitely say that the teleport ignite Katarina was worth it, right?
Yeah, definitely working out in her favor. And here comes the Tristana bomb onto the turret, taking out
so
plates.
much damage. You know, it's really smart of them actually to drop the Rift Herald on the middle to get a lot of damage on the middle tower while simultaneously pushing this bottom tower. They're getting a lot of split map pressure that's making it really hard for blue team to do anything. Ezreal sends an ult down to the bottom wave just to try and do something, clear them out, do a little bit of damage, but this tower is definitely going to fall.
Yeah, and they get first bone,
A
turret,
lot of
gold.
plating gold too.
Yep. Big gold.
Anivia, you know, Anivia was trying to do a bit of counter push on her own, but it looks like the Kane managed to lock her down and take her out. And now we're looking to 7-12, and that 3K gold lead has gone up to a 5K gold lead as Red continuing to push their advantage. They're kind of just running away from this. What do you think Blue needs to do to get back in this game right now?
I think from what it seems like, mid has definitely been lost for the blue side. I think bot side is also somewhat lost, and so I think Zach really needs to be looking towards the top lane to try and focus on a lane that hasn't been completely lost. But Jax here is still a level down from the Mordekaiser.
Yeah, not completely lost, but the Mordekaiser does have a level on Zach because of that trade up there in the top lane before they took the Rift Herald. Jax did go down there and die, which gave Mordekaiser a little bit of an advantage. You know, if we check, let's check the items we got going on here. So, Katarina has a Gnasher's Tooth, has a Leeching Leer. You know, she's doing crazy stuff. 7-0 in this game right now. She's definitely going to be the target to kill as she is actually working her way down to the bottom lane. Pantheon lands, but Ezreal just Kind of hops away. Can they kill the Rakan? He is looking to be in no man's land. He does use his ultimate to try and run out, and he does actually manage to get out. Walks out of there. The charming man himself walks away, and a lot of poke damage as Katarina tries to chase. Gonna try and deter her from continuing, and I can't think of anything when Tristana is just doing her military chant. Oh my goodness, actually a lot of damage, and Katarina getting too aggressive, and that's gonna be 1,000 gold towards Ezreal as he shuts down Katarina. Anivia dying really in the middle lane, but Katarina getting a little bit too aggressive. Oh, actually, Jack's dying up north, too. This is huge. Like, those other deaths, terrible. You know, Anivia died. That's great job to Kayn. Mordekaiser killing Jax. That's rough. 1,000 gold just went to this Ezreal. This could be the thing that Blue needs to come back.
Yeah, that was really important for Blue, especially on the Ezreal.
Exactly.
Ezreal needs that to hit his mid-game spike. After being down so much.
We are going to lose the top tower. Mordekaiser's going to take down the top, and that is basically all of the tier 1 towers for Blue team destroyed. This middle tower just hanging on by a thread, but a small gust of wind is going to knock that over. Blue actually looking to take a tower of their own, though, is Rakan going on to this Pantheon, knocking him up. An ultimate from Ezreal that might have been blocked by the Pantheon, but it's not going to matter. As Ezreal goes right in. Kayn, however, has come. He's come to take them down. Tristana doing a lot of damage onto the Ezreal. Does manage to take him down. Kayn chasing down the Rakan in the back lines, keeping him separated from his teammate. And that's going to be exactly what they need to get both of those down. Not worth it. Not worth the tower. They got a little bit aggressive looking towards that Pantheon, and definitely paid off. Kayn just happened to be in the right place at the right time.
Going for the Pantheon was alright, but then they kept pushing forward to try and get the Tristana, but they didn't have vision, and Kayn used that in order to close the distance without getting the jump on them.
Yeah, Kayn doing an excellent job here. Looks like he might be rotating towards this middle Anivia, who is only level 10. This Kayn's level 12! Both of the mid-heroes... Alright, never mind. Katarina's level 11 now, but this Kayn is level 12. This is insane. The Zac is level 9. This poor soul. So we got an Earth Dragon that is spawning, and Red Team actually looking to gear up and maybe try and take this. Mordekaiser, however, is just shoving this lane. He's just moving in. He's decided to make this half of his map his territory.
Yeah, he...
Oh, a kill onto the Katarina, who does manage to take the inhibitor, but she's just going to egg. She's going to be fine. Meanwhile, Red Team takes the dragon, which is probably worth it. Katarina's death for the dragon. Oh, but watch out behind you. You stayed too long as Kayn. Wow! Just completely destroys the Ezreal. Trying to go down for the Anivia as well. Managed to ult inside of her and explodes. A little bit greedy to stay there. You know, they knew that...
Tristana almost going down to the turret there.
I don't think she cares. Look at her.
They're very far ahead.
Yeah.
Already 2 Drakes on the board.
Yeah, Cloud Drake and an Infernal Drake. That 3k gold lead that turned into a 5k gold lead is now a 7k gold lead, 8k gold lead, 6k gold lead. Something about math. It's a lot, is my point here. It's a lot of gold.
Yeah.
It's a lot of money. Red is really pushing this. But Blue, you know, not giving up. They do have the Jax. What does Jax have right now? He's got a Blade of the Rune King. That's pretty huge. Mordekaiser very tanky. Jack's one of those heroes who can really take advantage of that with his innate attack speed.
It's a good start, but Mordekaiser is a kill up, has 35 CS up on Jax. Quite the advantage. You know, it's gonna be hard. You know, I was talking about how Jax would be able to run away with a lead, but he never got that lead. And I think the Mord is intending on keeping it that way.
I mean, he's going to be able to if his team just keeps running around and giving him the space he needs. Actually, behind the Pantheon. Oh, nice wall, blocking the Pantheon a little bit. Will it buy the Anivia enough time to get away? This Pantheon is so fast. Actually flashes forward to get the stun onto the Anivia. She does manage to get the double stun onto the Tristana and the Pantheon. Will they manage to bring her down? The Anivia will go down, but the Pantheon will go down as well. In the backline, however, Ezreal teleports in, and Zac is here as well, and they do manage to catch the Tristana at the same time.
Yeah, that was just...
Go ahead.
I think that was Red Team just having a bit too much fun running into it without knowing exactly.
Oh my goodness, and Kayn now just running right into the combined man of Rakan and Zac, but did they actually have enough damage to kill him? Kayn actually going into the Rakan, manages to ult him. Will he go down? Doesn't quite die, flashes off to the left. Will he kill him? He does. Kayn kills him, and he's trying to juke them into the trees and flashes down the corner, but Zac is here to chase. Tries to hit him with his Q, but doesn't quite get it. Kayn's gonna be able to walk out of here with the dragon. He's gonna walk out of the dragon pit. Kayn escapes.
Yeah. Wow. I mean, Kane using the ability to walk through walls and heal himself is a great advantage.
He's trying right now. He's trying to get away. Ezreal, oh my goodness, the damage that Ezreal can do, but Kane is still alive. This wild goose chase. But actually, there is a Pantheon. Oh, a huge ultimate from Ezreal. As Pantheon actually stuns and ignites onto the Zac, and he's going to hop out of there.
This
Crazy.
is an action-packed game.
Yeah, actually, we've still got more action as Zac is going to go in and try and do something, but he doesn't know that the Katarina is there. Oh, no. Between Katarina and Pantheon, they're just going to drop as soon as possible. But maybe they can protect the little Zac giblets and get him back to life. A lot of range with Tristana, though, is going to make sure that that doesn't happen. Oh, but the Jax from down south hops right over the wall, manages to kill the Katarina, and now red team is on full retreat as Pantheon is not able to get out there. Tristana trying to run away, gets charmed by the Rakan. Can she escape? She can't. The Ezreal hopping in. She tries to jump away, but doesn't make it. The range is not enough.
Wow.
This is huge for blue team as they ace.
Blue team got exactly what they needed there. They got red team overextending, got an isolated Katarina kill, and was able to just run away with it because
oh my goodness, but the Kane actually went in and dies immediately to Nivea. I thought the blue team might have stayed for too long, but it actually looks like they might make it out of this. Red team is trying to engage Jax coming in from the top. They're not going to let this happen. Oh my goodness, the damage from the slam though. Mordekaiser is here. He tries to catch the Nivea, doesn't quite get it. They're just poking him from a distance. He can't do anything, and Mordekaiser's going to fall too.
He got creep blocked on those blue creeps there. Unable to close the distance to Nivea.
This blue team cat gonna maybe run in as well. She's gonna try to do this. She does do pop her ultimate, and that's gonna shut down the Ezreal. All right, now blue team has stayed too long. They got a little bit too cocky with that comeback, but blue team actually bringing the gold lead very close together. Only a 3K again back to red team, 20 to 23. Lots of damage and comeback from the blue team.
Yeah, they got exactly what they needed. They got the kill on Katarina, and that's going to be kind of their win condition going forward. If Katarina is able to live and go through these fights untouched, she's just going to destroy the whole enemy team. They really need to be able to catch her.
Speaking of Katarina, she does find the Jax back here in the back, but he does stun her out of the ultimate. The teleport's going to be able to kill her, but she's going to fall as well. I don't think that was worth it.
Yeah, Katarina is too important for the red team.
Blue team, huge catapult in from Zac, who's going to get gone on by everybody. Pops his ultimate, going to hop forward and get a little bit of damage. Kane might be able to take him down. He does indeed, but Rakan in here in the back managed to get the charm onto the shot of the Pantheon. Kane coming in from behind, going to kill the Rakan. Just not enough backup to get them going, and Mordekaiser is here as well. And red team is going to be able to stop the advance of the blue team. Going to look to take down their third Drake here. Oh my goodness, the damage from that Kane onto the Ezreal. I don't think they can contest this.
No, definitely not. Especially with Zac dead, no smite. Nothing they can be done.
That is a third dragon for the red team, who is just trying to stop the relentless clawing back of this blue team, trying to keep themselves in this game.
Yeah, it seems like it's just one overextension after the other.
It's like, you know, red gets too confident, they overextend. Blue gets the kills, then they get overconfident because they got the kills and they overextend. Baron has spawned, by the way. That's important. We'll see what happens with that. Now, this Ezreal, though, 10 and 6, actually has a lot. Has an Essence Reaver, BF Sword. He's got a Manamune with that, 30 stacks. Duskblade built as well on the Ezreal. He's pretty stacked.
Yeah. 3 completed items. Very nice.
Oh, the big ultimate actually charmed the Tristana. They're trying to go in. They get the double knockup, but Ezreal's going to be able to kill him. Zac is actually coming in from behind. Tristana just danced. She knew she was dead. But, all right, look at this Mordekaiser, though. Look! He's just sat in the top lane. He's just pushed. He's actually doing so much damage to this tower. It might go down. Nobody on the blue team can stop this Ezreal or Rakan. Teleported home to maybe stop this, but what is he going to do? He's just a Rakan, and that is a tier 3 down. Mordekaiser just like he's still looking to take an inhibitor. He's just pushing. He's not gonna. Rakan's not gonna stop him. He's gonna throw
an inhibitor. No one there to stop him.
Oh, but Zac's coming in from behind.
You got a Jax running up.
Jax is here as well. We have 3. The knock-up. The big catapult in from Zac. Oh, but looks like we've got the Shadow Dimension. Onto the Rakan, who's actually doing a great job of dodging all the attacks. He actually uses Flash to get away in Hourglass to keep himself alive that little bit longer, but he's going to go down. But Katarina's actually here.
Oh.
Katarina jumps in, gets the ultimate, does actually manage to kill the Rakan. Oh my god, the damage! Oh my god! The quadra kill from Katarina, hopping in the solo quadra. from behind. Can Anivia finish her off? The ultimate is actually going to kill the egg. Can she kill the egg? Can we get the pentakill from the Katarina? She grabs her dagger, and that will be a pentakill from K-Shot on the Katarina, who also finishes off the inhibitor as one last fuck you from the red team.
Katarina going in there into an ideal situation as a Katarina. You see it, the whole enemy team at basically half health. You just fed Katarina at that. Enough damage to kill one person, get the reset, and just clean up everyone.
It was just a big domino effect. You know, Mordekaiser, he brought them all out, and Katarina just walking in there 1 versus 4. No fear on this Katarina.
Blue team's respawn though. See if they can maybe do something. Maybe if red team overextend.
They don't have the Katarina. Actually, Pantheon's stunning the Zac out of his ultimate. But Zac's gonna try and run him down. Oh yeah. All right, Pantheon's gonna go down as well. But he did divert himself. He diverted the blue team away from the rest of his team, the more important members of his team, I would say. So I would say his death there was probably worth it. But actually, it looks like Rakan trying to maybe go on to this Tristana, but Katarina is alive, and after what we saw, the blue team should know that she is the scariest member of that red team right now.
Absolutely. Yeah. Like I said, definitely the win condition is for both teams is the Katarina.
Look at her. Look at her play so aggressive just right next to the blue team. She does hop in immediately onto Anivia. Oh, but she gets stunned out of her ultimate. She's going to die immediately. A big shutdown for the blue team as they're going to keep fighting a charm onto the Kane. Trying to escape, flashes over the wall. Can he run away like he did last time? Runs through the wall, gets a little bit of a heal. Oh no, but he doesn't quite get through. He's gonna try to jump away to the ward, but no, Jax says no, he's gonna shut that shit right down. And blue team once again clawing back into this. That cat just getting a little bit over aggressive. They're gonna try and get their stun up, but the ultimate actually sending Rakan right back, and she's gonna hop over the wall and get out of there.
Wow. Both teams being so aggressive.
Oh, speaking of aggression, here comes the Tin Can himself, the Man of Metal, who sends Ezreal into the Shadow Realm. Gonna try and go for the 1v1. A lot of damage. Oh, but doesn't quite get it. He does get the kill. As Mordekaiser's gonna go in with the kill from the Ezreal. But Ezreal actually is Guardian. She's gonna come back. Rakan is going to die. Ezreal is going to die. Jax, barely any HP. Tristana trying to run her down. He does manage to get it. Unfortunately, that will be a kill, a win on the side of the red team. The Mordekaiser just walking in from behind, engaging for his team. And now things looking quite dire for the blue team as Katarina has respawned, and the blue team the red team looking to push it right down the middle lane, maybe gear up to take Baron.
Yeah, they have a top inhibitor down on the blue team. They have the Jax and Ezreal down for 20 seconds. I think this is a prime time to take Baron. And I don't think there's anything the blue team can do about it.
Looks like, yeah, Zac's just going to try and get some farm, and India's just going to get some farm, try and push out these inhibitor creeps. And yeah, red looking like they're going to get the uncontested Baron here.
But maybe Zac can go down into the dragon and try and stop red team from getting the soul. Stall the game out as long as he can. Try and let his
actually,
team
but a teleport in from the Katarina. The Katarina that took teleport is going to try and stop. Oh, it's never mind. Mordekaiser is actually down here to stop the Zac. Does manage to get the pullback of the wall. Rakan is here to knock up the Mordekaiser. Lots of damage trying to do something. Look how tanky this Mordekaiser is. Oh, the slam down on the Rakan doing so much damage. Pantheon landing here to kill the Rakan. Zac is going to probably die as well. His giblets are here. The teleport over the wall. Ezreal trying to do something. Actually gives a weird ult that actually manages to kill the Pantheon, but he's going to go down as well. Jack's in the back line killing the Kane. Zac is still alive. He's jumping around his giblets, managed to bring him back to life, but he's going to fall as well to the Mordekaiser. And unfortunately, that Drake is going to stand here ready for the red team to take them. Only the Pantheon and the Kane died, the two basically supports of the team, while blue team lost basically everybody that they had. Just the Jax remained. He manages to kill the Kane.
Wow. Now they're going to be able to get an Earth Drake here. So Katarina may have gotten the pentakill, but Mordekaiser's actually a level ahead of her.
It's more. I mean, the Mordekaiser's just been sitting in lane. He's just been. He has decided that this lane right here, this entire top lane, this is where I'm going to live. All the creeps are mine. All of your towers are mine. All of that experience is mine. And there's nothing you can do about it, because if you do, you're going to get pentakilled by Katarina. He has had the game of his life playing like a solo PvE farm game. He's basically played Nasus's dream.
Absolutely.
And now, you know, we've got 4 Drakes on the side of red team. Baron on the side of red team. Blue is going to have to make a Titanic struggle in order to back this. Oh, actually trying to chase on the Ezreal. A nice bomb for it in order to get away. Lots of poking. Pulls in the Zac. There's a little bit of damage, but it looks like they're not going to not gonna engage here as Anivia puts up the ice wall, holding people back.
Yeah, it was honestly a scary position to be in for Red, getting funneled in through that small area.
Katarina really wants to do something. Jumps onto the Ezreal, jumps away, but a big stun, and she's gonna drop immediately. Zac ults into the back line. Pantheon in the front trying to do something what he can, but they're actually gonna go into the back and chase down the Tristana. But Kayn coming in from the side, actually going right at Mordekaiser, doing a lot of damage. Actually takes him with the Shadow Realm, takes Zac with the Shadow Realm. Zac can't do anything. Jax jumping onto the Kayn, doing a lot of damage, but Zac is gonna fall as well. Mordekaiser actually manages to kill him after the Shadow Realm, and now we just have the Anivia and the Jax, the Ezreal, seeing what they can do. Another Shadow Realm against the Anivia here, who's actually doing quite a lot of damage onto the Mordekaiser. Jump into the Tristana, who's just got a little bit too aggressive. She is gonna go down. Can this Pantheon escape as well? Throws up this shield, despairs, but he's not able to make it. And now, blue team managing to fight them off. Again, the Katarina just trying to be a little bit too aggressive, getting stunned in her ultimate. Jax is actually trying to chase down this Mordekaiser to remove all the Baron buffs as possible. Is he going to be able to do it? He's doing a lot of... Oh my god, but the Mordekaiser, so much damage. Gets the dodge, gets the stun. He does manage to get the kill in the zone. He's Hourglass. It's going to keep him alive. The ultimate from the Ezreal, and that will finally bring him down. Perfect timing on that
Katarina's
ultimate.
coming in, though.
Oh, but Katarina from the back line. There's so much action, so much back and forth. Can this Anivia get away? Manages to get the root. A little bit of damage. Oh, big stun and ultimate. Katarina, she doesn't have the ability.
Will Ezreal be able to protect her?
He's trying. Ezreal might actually die in the background. Oh, but the save from Rakan, the shield. Ignite onto the bird and Hourglass. Onto Katarina, who does manage to go down to the Ezreal. Now this is huge. Zac, great job, dude. Came in just in time. This has been wild.
Absolutely
the craziest
insane.
thing is about this game is, like, you know, blue team, their inhibitors back. Red team had the Baron.
78 kills.
Look, Zac is dead here. I don't even have to say anything. He's dead. I know he's dead. You know he's dead. I'm about to eat my fucking words here because he's gonna hop away. Just kidding. Pantheon flashing over the wall, and he's gonna die and make my words come true. Actually, a teleport back here from the Jax, who's gonna come in from behind. Who actually, I don't think he knows what he's getting into, as basically the entirety of the red team is behind him. Big alternate from the Ezreal doing a little bit of damage, but he's gonna hop off. Oh, Jax going into face check. That Butch gets stunned up by the Pantheon. Does manage to stun him back. Rakan going in, manages to get the charm onto the Pantheon, and the damage from this Ezreal is too much. However, Jax in the front, taking a lot of damage, falling down. Can he find somebody to jump to? He can't. Ezreal trying to do as much poke damage as he can, trying to chase him down, but is not able to do it. Wow. This is anybody's game. Like, as crazy strong as red team is right now, if blue team could take just a couple of good engagements, which we've seen that they can do, they could turn this around and win this.
This game has been an absolute bloodbath. There's been about 2.5 kills a minute.
This is insane. Oh, a ward up on a little high ground now. Now, yeah, Rakan backs off. Notice the ward is there. It's not safe for him to run there anymore. Tristana just, you know, taunting the Ezreal, trying to cause him to make a little bit of a mistake. Kayn back here in the back, clearing out some wards and maybe getting ready for a bit of a flank if the blue team decides to overcommit. Jax went back to base. He's coming back into this. And red team looking to... Oh, they're pushing down. They're putting a lot of force behind this push. The entire red team is here. Will we see the engagement? All four of them are just here. Oh, they actually managed to find the Kayn on the side. He's going to die immediately. Zac going in to stop the Mordekaiser. Mordekaiser's here all alone. Gets charmed by the Rakan, but he's not going to go die. He's so tanky. He's so hard to kill. Katarina jumping into the background, manages to kill two. The Jax, and they never had so much damage lost on the blue team. We've got the Resurrection coming in from the Ezreal. Will they be able to do anything? Zac actually managed to kill the Katarina in the back, but no, Tristana is able to kill the Ezreal. Zac trying to jump away as best he can, but Tristana killing him. His giblets are not going to be able to reconvene. There's no way. And now we're just left with the Rakan, the solo Rakan. Can he defend against this massive force, this Mordekaiser? This Mordekaiser who walked into 5 of them and lived to tell the tale. Even losing Kayn right at the start of that fight was not enough for blue team to be able to win that.
Yeah, Kayn did get caught out, but the rest of the team was pretty well grouped, so Katarina was able to go in, but this time had backup from the rest of her team. And were able to win the fight because of that.
You know, we saw red team gear up to try and take this tower, but they didn't. They decided just to go for inhibitors instead. Probably the smarter play here is maybe they'll look to finish off this game. Jax jumping in. Oh, nice jump away from the Tristana. Avoids the stun. We got a couple of charms coming in for the Rakan, who does manage to get all 3, but only going to be good enough just to save them. Not going to be able to do any sort of engagement as Anivia puts up the wall. Ezreal throwing out an ult, doing a little bit of damage on the Pantheon. The double knockup from Zac managed to bring them together. Actually, a great initiation from Zac, who's doing a lot of damage. Pantheon going down. Tristana trying to jump away. Mordekaiser here, sending Rakan to the Shadow Realm. Can he kill them? Ezreal hopping in, managing to kill Tristana in the back. Mordekaiser's now out of the Shadow Realm, and the combined might of the blue team is able to take him down.
Wow.
Kim, look, you're my expert, right? I bring you in here to talk about, you know, the mindset, the strategies. I'm sorry you haven't had a chance to talk. There's been so much action in this game.
You know, you're right. I haven't had much to talk about, but not much time to talk at all. Even more action as I'm.
They actually jumped in on Jack jumped in on her. She managed to turn him around, but Zach jumping in from behind actually managed to kill her as well. And Kane's gonna be able to back off from this, I believe. Well, maybe they might try and chase him all the way to the other side of the map. Maybe they'll just try and take this Dragon Soul instead.
Wow, Elder Dragon would be quite the buff for the blue team. Really, honestly, pretty big. Might give them enough to come back.
Yeah, Kane's gonna try and take this, and no, it looks like Elder Dragon buff going to the side of the blue team. Oh, but
At the very least.
At the very least, go ahead.
At the very least, it stops the red team from getting the Elder, which would certainly be game over.
Yeah, great job by the blue team managing to stop this.
So much action that hardly enough time for analysis. But truly a pleasure to watch.
I'm glad you're enjoying it as much as I am.
Yeah, absolutely.
It looks like Red is going to counteract that Elder Dragon by grabbing this Baron buff, which the blue team is in no way able to contest right now. I mean, they are running down the middle lane, but they're going to take this so fast. I mean, they've already lost one of their tier 4 towers.
Yeah, and they also don't have vision, so I'm not even sure they knew that was going on.
So what do you think here? We've got blue team with the Elder buff against red team with the Baron buff. What do you think is going to happen here?
I think we're past the point of Ezreal's spike, and I think Tristana has caught up and surpassed him. I really think this is red team's game to take. I think Tristana is definitely the better late game AD carry, and Mordekaiser definitely further ahead than Jax. I don't think he is close enough to.
That's true, but we should talk about how Zach has really brought himself back into this game. Doing really well for himself. He's done a lot of really good stunts. Actually, a big launch, a big double knockup onto the two tankiest member of the red team. However, Katarina tries to jump in the back, but immediately gets killed. Tristana jumping in the back, trying to kill the Rakan, but doesn't manage to down. Jax running after Tristana in the back line. Rakan is going down. Mordekaiser taking down the Anivia as well. Zach does manage to kill the Tristana in the back line, but up front, we are going to lose the Zach as well. Jax jumping in, actually trying to take down the Pantheon, but Mordekaiser says stop that. Oh my goodness, the damage from the Ezreal though. Can he run and can he kill him? Lots of damage, he does! Ezreal does manage to kill the Mordekaiser, and now it's a 1v1. This Ezreal against the Pantheon, and Ezreal is pushing into the red base all on his own. There will be nobody from the red team for 30 seconds, at least until that Katarina comes back. This might be a free inhibitor for red.
He definitely needs to start taking that inhibitor.
Oh my goodness, the Pantheon tried to jump on him, actually doing quite a lot of damage on this Ezreal, just as support Pantheon, but oh my, the damage from Ezreal, who does manage to get the final kill, the ace from the Ezreal, who manages to take an inhibitor for the blue team. If you asked me like 10 minutes ago if you thought this would happen, I would have said fuck no.
Wow. That honestly caught me by surprise. I think it definitely had something to do with Katarina instantly getting blown up. Not having any time to do anything. I don't even know if she has an hourglass to use.
Let's find out as we'll look at the items here. 22 kills onto this Ezreal. Katarina, the Riftmaker, the Nashor's Tooth, the Void Staff. She does have an hourglass, but I don't think she got the chance to pop it. I think she was just charmed immediately by the Rakan.
Yeah, the blue team has a lot of ways to stop the Katarina.
Almost stun on like every person.
Yeah. Every person but Ezreal can stop the Katarina. Quite the unfortunate thing for the Katarina.
I don't think she got a pentakill. I don't think she cares.
Yeah, honestly, getting a pentakill like that, especially almost 1v5, right?
It was basically, yeah.
So that's honestly something I don't think she'll ever forget.
You know, we've seen it time and time again with these engagements. It's the engagements that blue typically wins are the ones where Katarina gets over-aggressive, hops in, tries to get the big ultimate on everybody, but just gets immediately stuffed. If blue team can stuff the Katarina early on, then they can take the fight. I think red team needs to commit a little bit more to using their engaging champion and let Katarina follow up after that.
Yeah, I agree. They need to chunk them down, and once they're low enough, Katarina can jump in and clean up the fight.
Let's see what happens here as Zach. Look at this mountain of a man, dude.
He is absolutely.
That has nothing to do with this. I love how big he gets. Just on a complete side note, I love how big he gets. Oh, Kane. Oh, okay, just doing a little bit of poking as Blue. The tables have turned. Blue is pushing into red team right now. Look at this force they have behind them.
Yeah.
Oh, big catapult in from Zach. What is he going to do? He tries to catch the Katarina, but doesn't quite do it. Now, getting gone up by everyone, and Rakan manages to charm too. The ultimate from Zach is actually keeping Katarina in the backline, but Katarina looking to jump in and make their ultimate. She does. Gets the ultimate, but immediately stunned by the Niva, but he's going to go down anyways. Ezreal popping an ultimate from the back, doing a lot of damage. Doesn't manage to kill the Katarina that tried to chase him. Mordekaiser trying to run him down. And it looks like Ezreal, the only man left standing from that whole engagement, but man, he is a strong one to have. Kane, however, coming in, flashes forward, lots of damage going for the game. The Ezreal might go down. He does go down. The King goes down as well, but now the Tristana is still alive. The Tristana and the Mordekaiser. These are the only heroes they need. Pantheon actually jumped all the way forward. We actually have a teleport from the Mordekaiser who's going to go in and try and take down this final tier 3 tower. And this might be game over for the blue team, as it's going to take at least 20 seconds for just the Rakan to come back.
Yeah, this should absolutely be game. I think red team got exactly what they wanted. They had a flubbed engagement by Zach, so blue team overcommitted and were able to turn around on the overdrive.
I mean, we saw it. Zach almost just barely missing the knock-up onto the Katarina, who used perfect timing on the Shumpo, managing to jump away right out of that. And, you know, they realized that, you know, killing Katarina is what won them this engagements, but I think they forgot that the reason they were killing the Katarina was because Katarina was overcommitting. And then, like you said, blue team overcommitted, and we saw that that's what happened. But actually, it doesn't look like red team's going to end here. They're just going to take a couple of inhibitors and call it a day.
We have Baron and Elder Dragon coming up.
Oh, boy.
I think
this Elder Dragon's going to decide the game.
Absolutely, yeah. If red get this, I don't think there's actually anything that
they're doing a lot of damage to him. Blue is
I'm
behind
going
though.
to
Think about trying to set up to try and take it as best as they can. We've actually got Rakan pulled into the Shadow Realm by the Mordekaiser. They're not letting him stop at all, and it's actually going to go down. Zach is here doing what he can. Does pop an ultimate. He's going to hop around. He's going to try and kill the Elder Dragon. The Elder Dragon does go to the red team. Katarina in the back actually manages to kill 3 Anivia, Zach, and Jax. They're going to try and run down the Ezreal. The only one left. Tristana running him down. Ezreal doing everything he can. Shooting the explosive fruit. Run away. Run away, small twink boy. Run away. Kane is here, and that's an ace from the red team with the Elder Dragon. And that should be GG from the red team.
Yeah, that's honestly gonna be what happens when blue team doesn't focus everything onto the Katarina. They were too tunnel vision onto the Elder Dragon. You know, honestly, it was kind of a lose-lose. If they don't, the red team gets Elder Dragon and they lose, or they focus on
exactly. It's like, what do? You know, you
yeah.
take the Elder Dragon and lose your entire team, or you kill the Katarina and lose your entire team eventually with that Elder Dragon. But amazing game regardless from the blue team. They put up such a fucking valiant fight to the bitter end, tooth and claw against this red team, who just looked like they had every opportunity to run away with this game.
Right. I think the real deciding factor on that game was that fight top lane that we were talking about earlier. I think that really set the Katarina and Kane ahead.
Yeah, and the Mordekaiser as well. The Mordekaiser.
Yeah, you're right.
I think Mordekaiser. You know, you talked about how Jax really needed to get that advantage and push it early and kind of bully the Mordekaiser, but with Mord getting a little bit of extra gold, a little bit of extra experience, he got to the point where that just wasn't possible, especially because Jax died there. Mordekaiser got a big advantage over him, and then Jax was never able to push that. And Mordekaiser, as we saw, became a commanding force in the later stages of this game.
When the blue team was pushing mid earlier, and the Katarina and Tristana jumped in, I thought it was done for the red team, but the Mordekaiser held up the back end and was able to fight off the blue team and turn it around.
It was also genius too at the end there for that Elder Dragon. The Rakan went in to try and engage for the blue team. Mordekaiser immediately sent that man to the Shadow Realm.
Yep.
Rakan he'd already used his ultimate, so Rakan was completely. There was no way for the blue team to engage. They lost their engager because Mordekaiser was like, no, you know, he stood there. He was the wall for his team. Incredible game. Incredible. I mean, of course, the Katarina as well. Just a maddening amount of damage. Like, even the times where she jumped in and died from overcommitting, she still did 75% of like everybody's HP. Insanity.
Yeah.
And the teleport ignite definitely worked out in their favor in this game.
Absolutely, yeah. That was a good call on their end.
What do you think Blue really needed to do? Let's say around the mid stages of the game. That Blue needed to do.
Around the mid stages
after,
of the game.
like right after that kind of 3 to 5k, gold lead for red. They're starting to take like tier 2 towers. They just got like their second Drake. What did Blue need to do at that point to really get themselves back into this?
I think they needed to get a bit more vision in their jungle because it seemed like they just kept getting caught. Someone would push up and then they would get caught, right? The Katarina would come from behind and, kill them. They needed more vision to be able to avoid that and pick off. They needed to look for picks with Zach's engagement to try and claw their way back into the game.
Actually, you know what? Shoutouts to Relic73Z, by the way, who did a really great job. He was down level 4 to level 6 early on against Kayn is rough, especially as a jungler. It's pretty tough to come back and experience as a jungler in my limited experience. But Zach, he did a great job. He was really the frontliner for his team, regardless of how far behind he was, and was one of the primary things putting his team back into the game. Every engagement where Katarina died, a lot of that was Zach doing a big knockup, or Rakan doing a big knockup as well. Basically, the supports on the side of Blue Team were playing phenomenally.
Yeah, same to Exile 35 on Ezreal. I think he actually did really well. They were constantly pushed in. They got ganked several times. I think Ezreal did a great job and did a lot of damage for his team.
Yeah,
he was often the last one alive, shooting out those Qs, getting in that damage. Did well done.
I don't think this is the kind of game where you can look at it and be like, oh, we lost because of this player, or they won because of this player. I think collectively both teams played so well to their defined roles and positions that it was a joy to. I mean, it was 53 kills to 62 kills, my guy. It was 115 kills at 43. That's about 3 kills a minute almost.
Yeah,
that is insanity.
One of the bloodiest games I've ever seen.
The Summoner's Rift is littered with corpses, and that's where we're going to end this for today. Thank you so much, Cam, for being here. vileNorth, thank you. Again, my League of Legends expert. I love it every time you're on here on this show with me. Thank you.
Thank you very much for having me. Absolute pleasure of a game to watch here.
And thank you once again to Rosé for sending us in this game to cast. It was phenomenal. Absolutely just great. Just as good as the last one, if not better. And yeah, thanks so much for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed it, and goodbye.